What are you more concerned about? Are you more concerned about this unproven, ethereal, the internet service providers are gonna, get rid of all the internet access and shut down the internet, even though that would cause riots in the street and it would be bad for business? All these ethereal, fear-mongering scenarios that have no real basis in reality. Or are you more concerned about YouTube demonetization, Facebook's history of censorship, Twitter's history of censorship, real, tangible problems that people can report in a more tangible sense because it happens over and over again and they get caught doing it over and over again? That's where the real internet censorship is. That's where the real attack on internet free speech is happening. And the Trump-appointed chairman of the FCC, Ajit, just mentioned it word for word. He said, quote, YouTube demonetization. He said the words himself out of his own mouth. I'm going to show you right now on Tucker Carlson's Fox News Tonight to millions of fucking viewers. Tell me any other political or government official who's directly talking about YouTube demonetization. No, but we want to worry about the internet service providers somehow colluding to, freaking not let you get your internet access, which would just cause you to swap to the other competitor who would gladly take your money when the other competitor arbitrarily decides to take your internet away, because it would cause riots in the street if these airy-fairy, circumstances that never actually happened were to happen. Oh, they might take your bullshit. Real problems are YouTube demonetization. Let's hear it out of his own mouth.
It's regulations, right? But I guess what's changed is we're in the middle of the biggest witch hunt in American history, and corporations are complicit in that. So what would happen if this is repealed and the Southern Poverty Law Center says, I saw Fox News the other night, that's hate speech, internet service provider shut them down? What would prevent the service provider from doing that?
Well, one thing is that the FCC requires transparency. If any ISP engaged in that kind of conduct, they would have to disclose it. Additionally, the Federal Trade Commission would have jurisdiction over it. But I think you've actually put your finger on something that's very important that I've talked about. Where is the real threat to the free and open internet? And one of the things that people have suggested is it's not internet service providers, it's some of the content companies that decide what you see on the internet and, more importantly, what you don't see. Where's the transparency there? Shouldn't we have a conversation that involves them as well?
Why don't we? So you have two companies, Google and Facebook, that control 90% of all digital ad dollars. That means they basically control all news on the internet. Nobody ever says anything about it. Nobody appears worried by it. Why is that?
I'm not sure why, but you do see rumblings on Capitol Hill. Members of both parties and both houses are a little bit worried about what's going on the internet in terms of transparency and how some of these decisions are being made. And I, too, have raised some of these concerns. When Twitter, for example, restricted Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn's YouTube video announcing her run for the Senate, in part because of her pro-life views. And same thing with YouTube demonetizing Diamond and Silk, some Trump supporters, and Dennis Prager's videos. I mean, a lot of these decisions impinge on the free expression online that we've all come to cherish, but there's no real transparency to how these decisions are.
And there's never
pro-life views, and same thing with YouTube demonetizing Diamond and Silk views, and same thing with YouTube demonetizing Diamond and Silk, and same thing with YouTube demonetizing Diamond and Silk, same thing with YouTube demonetizing Diamond and Silk.
All right, so find me a single motherfucking political supporter of net neutrality, a government official. Find me a single government official who supports net neutrality who will point out YouTube demonetization. I'm fucking waiting. I'll wait all day. Find me a single supporter in our elected officials who supports net neutrality who's talking about YouTube demonetization. The true censorship. But everybody wants to worry about these airy-fairy, non-existent, apocalyptic circumstances where these unlikely scenarios play out, where the internet service providers just decide one day they want to do the worst thing they could possibly do for business, jack up prices without any need for it, which makes every other internet company competitor extremely enticing for those customers to swap to. It would be the worst financial decision a company could make. Fake news, guys. Fake fucking news.